The other issue is this whole health care bill that has just come out. There's a mandate that everybody in the country has to buy a product. That's a 10th Amendment issue. 20 states right now, Martha, are suing the federal government. And she is going to have to make a decision if she is on the court about how that goes forward with these 20 states suing. So where state rights comes in, where's the role of the federal government, what can they mandate from the American people? And I'm going to want to hear some answers on that. And this is very different than a year ago with Sotomayor. This was not an issue because we didn't have this very unpopular health care bill that has been forced down the throats of the American people.
Yeah, you bring up a very important point because a lot of people are going to be watching that as a case. How likely do you think it is that we will see that case argued before the Supreme Court in the near term, that the constitutionality of health care reform will go before the court?
Well, I think that it will. 20 states have already filed that suit. Everywhere I travel around my home state of Wyoming, but also around the country, I continue to hear, how can Washington make us buy something we don't want to buy, a product? They can't tell us to buy breakfast cereal or something else. How can they do that? This is likely to get to the Supreme Court, and I think it's reasonable to ask a nominee, tell us about your view of the 10th Amendment. Tell us about your view of our Second Amendment rights, the right to own and bear arms. You know, the Attorney General does not agree with my interpretation of the Second Amendment. I want to make sure that this nominee does. So that'll be another issue. And, you know, the Bill of Rights has to do with what the government can't do to the American people. That has to do with our individual rights. So I'll be interested to hear what her questions are, but she will clearly get a very fair, open hearing. We need enough time so everybody gets a chance before the vote is cast. And the question always comes up, will there be a filibuster of a nominee?
Right.
I would hope not. Clearly, President Obama, when he was in the Senate, and Joe Biden, when he was in the Senate, supported a filibuster of Judge Alito. So I'm hoping it doesn't come to that, but that's an option that the Democrats have now taken.
Yeah, you bring up a very interesting issue, the constitutionality of health care reform. I think she's going to get a lot of questions on that issue in the ways that you mentioned. Senator Barrasso, thank you very much for being with us this morning. Big, big news today.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you.